Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. I'm here to bring you a review for My Hero Academia episode number 17. And now all this episode about is round 2. Everything involved within this episode is really centered around round 2. So we start off with a breakdown of the rules of this competition, and then they get a 15-minute break to form their team. So we have a look. We have quite a bit of time with them forming their teams. Funny moments is where we have Baku. Now in the chapter, he says, what's your quirks again? Like, like he knew them and he forgot them. But within this episode, he says, like, I don't know what you lot's quirks are. Kind of vibing to me anyway, that he never knew what he never knew what their quirks were. Either way, manga or anime, that scene was both funny. But regardless of that, it's just really them forming their teams, and obviously for obvious reasons, nobody wants to join Deku's team. Deku is worth the most amount of points, and there's a big difference between number one and number two, and it's really nobody wants to be focused on, like, because whoever's got with Deku is going to be chased from the get-go, and it seems like nobody wants that. The majority of the people doesn't want that. We do have Ida, on the other hand, who seems to not want to join Deku for rivalry reasons, but I'm assuming that the majority of everybody present doesn't want to join Deku's team because they don't want to get chased from the jump. Luckily for Deku, there are some people who are willing to go down for Team Deku, and that is Yura. We don't really find out why she wants to join. That is, I've forgotten her name, the girl from the support group. Now, she wants to join Deku's team simply because she knows there will be a lot of attention on him, and and if she does join his team, there'll be a lot of attention on her gadgets. This is her game plan. She's just at this competition to advertise her gadgets. She's made that clear from Jump Street, and so I don't blame her. In fact, I round of applaud her for her plan to join Deku's team, so there would be a lot of attention on her things. And the fourth person to join their team is the shadow guy. I've forgotten his name actually, but he's the fourth member to join the team. Again, we don't really find out a reason for that. I can't remember all of the joins of all the other teams, so you've watched the episode by now, so you should know who joins who. So we have a 15-minute break, and they form their teams, and we get into the battle basically. And this we start off. Everyone's gunning for Deku. We have that, and then after a while, we see other people not necessarily gunning for Deku. A thing to mention is how we have Tetsuyu, the Frog Girls team, and that team's got that little guy with the sticky things in it, and the third guy with all the arms. I'm forgetting the names, but he's got basically what they do is really smart as well. They have Minotaur, I think that's the little guy's name, and Tetsuyu covered with his arms, and they got a little gap in there, and they use Tetsuyu's tongue to just swiggle in there, take a headband, and yeah, so and they're doing back high. That is very smart, and they're not necessarily kind of a Deku. They're really after whoever is available at the time. There was a moment in the episode where there was for going after Deku, but again, that's not their focus. We also have another team from Class B, and I don't know how he's doing it. I can't remember. I read this in the manga, but he's really just catching people slipping. Basically, that's the only way to describe it. He's catching people slipping. He catches Baku slipping in this episode as well, actually, and he's just taking headbands, as he's catching people slipping. And he goes on to say, like, yeah, that in round one we was just cruising. We knew a certain amount of people would get through there, and we was just using this guy's from Class B, by the way, and he was just using round one to see who's got what quirks, see the attitudes of certain people. They're just basically doing some research for when it comes to the later rounds, they'll have an easier time. But within this episode, he steals Baku's headband. We know how Baku is. He is not having that. He's like Kurishima, one of his members. Change of plan. We're taking this guy out first, and then we're gonna go for Deku. That is the plan right now. And it's really around this time of the episode where Deku says, "Oh, it seems like not everybody's gonna gun for us. That's cool. We might not have such as big as a problem as we thought." And we end off the episode with Mr. Fire and Ice, Mr. Fire and Ice coming through face to face with Deku. Obviously, we know he's challenged Deku from this start. From the started off, he's like, "Yo, you're my rival. I'm out here to beat you within this whole UA festival." So he's after Deku's 10 million. I think it's 10 million. Is it 10 million? 10 million. 10 million. Yeah, he's out for Deku's 10 million, and that's what we leave off the episode. One thing I do want to mention is when Mr. Fire and Ice was going through his team, he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna cover the left wing, cover the right wing. You know, you got the front." Basically, he does either does mentions like, "Yeah, so you can attack with your right and your left side," and I can't remember which side he says he's not going to use, but it's the fire side. And my question to you guys is, why do you think that he doesn't use this fire side? What do you think kind of significance does this hold? I know the answer to this already, so there might be some anime only watchers out there. So I'm asking you guys, why do you think he doesn't use his fire side? That's everything I've got to say about this episode. Pacing was good. It was alright. Yeah, I actually thought the pacing was going to be quicker than this. Well, I thought we was going to get the whole of round two wrapped up within this episode, and I'm glad they actually did not do that. But yeah, that's everything I've got to say about this episode. I'm going to give it a 3-star rating and call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.